My guest tonight's a very funny comedian who hosts Planet Scum Live on Twitch, as well as the podcast Beautiful Anonymous. Please welcome our very good friend. He's my surrogate son, Chris Gethard. How are you, Chris?
I'm good. I had no idea that the adoption went through. That's awesome.
It did go through. You are now my son, and I expect you to care for me and carry me to the toilet in about 5 years when I'm no longer able to walk on my own.
I can't wait. Who's going to tell my old dad, you or me? Who's going to give him that call?
I've notified your father. He's fine with it. He said, "Good riddance."
Yes, sounds right. Sounds about right.
No, it's a question I never asked before we all went into quarantine, but now I do ask people, "How are you?" Just on like the most basic level. How are you doing? Update me on your well-being.
I'm good. I mean, everybody in my sphere is healthy and safe, so I really thank God for that. My situation is basically, I lived in Jackson Heights, Queens, which was, they call it the epicenter of the epicenter. I lived about 2 blocks from Elmhurst Hospital.
Oh, wow.
And yeah. So in my neighborhood, it really got hit hard. We had been planning on moving anyway, though. We bought a house in New Jersey a few months ago. Mm-hmm. So we were like, let's just move. We got a 1-year-old son. But unfortunately, our co-op board in Queens would not allow movers in. So we couldn't move to our new house. So for the past 2 months, I've been in a very, very small house in upstate New York. It's me, my wife, our 1-year-old, my mother-in-law, and her dog. So it's ideal. I would say it's ideal. That's the short answer.
Wow. My condolences, my hats off, my respect. You're going through a lot right now. You are quarantined with a 1-year-old. Yeah.
It is. He learned to walk while we were up here and then just instantly learned how to run. It was so quick. It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah. It's funny. A child will learn to sort of walk. You see that happen on like a Thursday, and by Friday they're trying to jump out windows. They're trying to jump out windows.
His favorite thing is my mom in her kitchen. I'm in my parents' house. There's like a Lazy Susan cabinet that has all these, and he knows how to open it and climb inside and then shift to the back of the Lazy Susan where I can't remove him. It's really smart and terrifying.
Yeah. Well, they're like baby raptors. Good luck. Mm-hmm. Good luck with that.
Thank you so much.
Do you miss being home in New York City? I mean, you seem like a guy who's supposed to be walking around the streets of New York sort of in a Woody Allen-esque way. That's how I see you, Chris, walking around. And
only in the New York resident Woody Allen-esque way. Let's be clear on that. That's really the only thing I wanted to say. What I mean. I started just like nodding my head when you said it, and then I realized I should clear up the ways in which I resemble Woody Allen. Only in that we both
just the very specific walking through New York with your tall, handsome friend, that would be me, from Annie Hall, and making quips about what's happening. Are you missing that life?
I do. I loved Jackson Heights. It's the most diverse neighborhood in the country, they say. Beautiful place, beautiful people. What I miss most of all is raising my kid there. Having him there for the first year of his life, I wouldn't trade it for anything. He kind of became almost like a neighborhood celebrity because he's really cute. And I know every parent says that, but he is. People will stop us. There's a restaurant on Northern Boulevard in Queens. We went to it and we were seated. And about a minute later, an older Hispanic lady on the other side of the restaurant stood up and yelled, "That's a great white baby." And everybody turned around, and I was like, I was like, did I do something racist? Like, but older Hispanic ladies love babies. They love them, and they loved my baby. That's a great white baby, which if I said that about him is one of the worst things.
I know, it seems odd to specify the race, but I guess whatever, that's a great white baby. That's
the panic, the initial panic of like, I did something racist was so profound. It's like, I'm just trying to eat brunch. Like,
I'm sorry about the whiteness. What can I do?
Yeah. Now, I mean, look at me. I had no option. I've cursed him with this.
Now I'm curious. A lot of us are going through just changes in our habits because we're now all stuck at home. I know I have. My eating habits are shifting just because I'm not going to work every day. And because I'm here with my family, I'm kind of eating what they're eating. Is that happening with you?
Yeah, 100%. I'm so much healthier. my wife is like really dedicated to her health.
Mhm.
And now that we're eating all our meals together, I feel so much better. Especially, you remember being in New York, you just walk around, you're like, should I get pizza or empanadas, or like everything's just in front of you. And
In your face, yeah.
oh yeah, for me, I realized the worst my eating habits got. A couple months ago, this bakery opened up in my neighborhood. It was really good. And it was between the train and my house. So I had to walk past it all the time. And one night on my way home, I stopped in there, and they were selling these like creme brulee cups, like in a tin, you know, where they take it and put the blowtorch right there in front of you. I was like, I gotta get one. So I was eating it on my way home. And then halfway there, I was like, creme brulee is not like a grab and go item. You know, like, this is disgusting. You don't just, this is not like a granola bar at a bodega. Like, you're supposed to eat creme brulee twice a year when someone else pays for it. This is not okay. This is horrible. And I finished it and threw it in the garbage can at the end of my block because I didn't want my wife to know that I'm just like a horrific animal.
That's the behavior of an alcoholic. Like, I got to get rid of the bottle so my spouse doesn't see it.
Just, I would say maybe a week and a half ago, my wife made lunch for our son, and she put kale and chickpeas in a blender for him, a 1-year-old. And I sat next to them and ate a bowl of Reese's Puffs cereal.
Good.
That was
good.
Yeah.
God bless you. You're keeping respect, massive respect.
Yeah, she's teaching him how to be a healthy living human, and I'm teaching him how to die younger than he has to. That's what I'm going for.
I have a question that I'm very interested in. People have been telling me about this thing called Cameo, where you can pay money to a celebrity, and a celebrity will make a message for you, right? And it's personalized to you. I've seen a couple of them, and I understand that this is something you're doing now.
Yeah, I'm doing Cameo. It's come to this. You know, I had an HBO special a couple of years ago. Now I'm like selling people birthday messages on an app. It's fine. They had been emailing me about it for a while, and I was just avoiding it. And now I'm like, I lost, all my touring gigs for the year. So yeah, I'll tell you, congrats on your anniversary for $35 a pop. Like, I'm okay with that now. It's actually turned out pretty fun.
Is that your rate? Is it $35?
It is. It used to be 25, but then I was poking around, and this is very egotistical, but I found another comedian who I think is good. Like, but I was at 25 and they were at 35, and I was like, they're not $10 better. No way. So then I just matched their rate. I was like, because it's such a weird thing because I didn't realize this at first, but they make you put an actual monetary value on your own worth. You have to sit there and go, what am I worth?
Yeah.
And then I saw this other comedian. I was like, no way. They're not.
No, obviously you can't tell me who the other comedian is.
No. And they're great. They're someone I like, but they ain't $10 better than me. I'm much more experienced. I can't do that for my self-esteem. I would think about it all day. All day.
It doesn't seem like, it feels like this is a good way for you to earn some income right now.
It is. Most of my income has come via this one guy named Randy in Gainesville, Florida, because he got COVID, and a friend of his, I guess he's a fan of mine, a friend of his bought him Cameo, and then like 2 more came in, and I was like, is this the same Randy? And then they all thought it was funny. So I got like 9 things telling Randy to heal up, and then he got out. So I got like 4 more to tell Randy congrats on getting out of the hospital. Then he got engaged. So I got like 2 or 3 more that were like, hey, can you congratulate Randy and Jessica?
Chris.
It was just Jessica's birthday, so Randy bought one. So I've made like a lot of money off this guy Randy in Gainesville.
Chris,
when
a fan is sick in the hospital,
you're
not supposed to charge them to say get well.
All right, your show is still on the air. Mine got canceled. Okay, mine got canceled like a year and a half ago. Okay.
But Chris, this kid is he's ill. They don't think he's gonna make it, and we'd love it if you would say, "Hang in there. I'm praying for you." And you're like, okay, where's my money?
I'm like $25 and do it fast because I'm bumping it up to 35. Okay, I'm bumping it up to 35 any day now. Let's get it rolling.
I saw one Cameo that comes to mind. I think it was Todd Bridges from Facts of Life did a cameo where he wished someone a happy birthday. And I swear to God, I think he was standing in a very small bathroom backed up against a plastic crinkled shower curtain.
Yeah, most of mine are like this close to my face. It's just me like, hey, I heard it's your birthday. It sucks to have a birthday during the quarantine.
Yeah.
Cecilia tells me you really love dogs.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Sorry, I know you're a big fan. Sorry to hear that you've got weeks to live, but where's my money?
He's getting married though. He invited me. He tweets at me now. I feel like I know this guy. Like I've learned so much about his life.
Here's the ethical question. Let's say you get invited to the wedding. That's a personal appearance.
I will say this because you've made me feel bad. Randy, if you see this, not only will I attend your wedding, I am a registered reverend at the First Nations Ministry, and I will be the reverend at your wedding to Jessica if you want.
For how much?
$35. $35. $35 more, yes. And let's do it in person, please, so Cameo doesn't get a cut of that one, please.
Okay, yeah. You cut out the middleman. You don't need Cameo. Let me make sure I get to this. Planet Scum Live airs Wednesday nights at 10 on Twitch. And you can listen to Chris's podcast, Beautiful Anonymous, wherever you get your podcasts. And you're always a very funny guy, and I really enjoy talking to you. And I'm glad. I know that you were in the epicenter. I'm glad you and your family are doing well. And
for sure. Thank you for that, and thank you always for having me. And if I can just say, there's a lot of things out there, GoFundMe's, organizations that are helping Jackson Heights and Elmhurst. There's one that I don't run it. I contribute to it. They just buy food for the nurses and doctors at Elmhurst. So my neighborhood got hit hard, and it's a really beautiful place full of beautiful people. So I just want to say,
do you know the exact name of any of those charities so we can put them at the bottom?
No, I'm a guy exploiting pain on Cameo. I don't pay that much attention, but you can Google them. You know,
I'll make sure we're gonna put up. We're gonna find out, and we're gonna put them up at the bottom of the screen right now. So
that would be awesome.
Yes, we're gonna do that right now because those people are doing God's work. And Chris, I love talking to you, and let's do this again soon under happier circumstances.
Likewise, I love it. Thank you for having me. You remain a true inspiration, and I'm psyched to get to see what a part of your house looks like.
Well, this is it.
I mean, this is my parents' bedroom, and I just realized there's been 2 Tupperware containers in the shot the whole time.
I've been eyeing those.
How sad.
No one's going to slam you for like showing off. No one's going to slam you for showing off.
Not a fancy guy.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris Gethard.